Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Justice for All. You just saw me press the wrong button at the very start, god damn it. I swear, every time it comes to a testimony, I press the wrong button. Oh my god, and I did it right at the beginning. No, you... whatever. Anyway, last we left off, Morgan Fay testified that, the possessed Maya, in quotes, managed to leave the channeling chamber. I call BS on that, but we have no evidence to say otherwise. So now we go ahead and talk with Miss Eenie Miney, the like girl. Oh god, here we go again, round 2 with the likes. The side room was, kinda dark, you know? So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. My mouse. There we go. A mouse. Actually, seriously, what the hell? What? Okay, there we go. That was very weird. For some reason, it just wouldn't click. And you saw my mouse moving, but it just wouldn't register. Whatever. Yes, now I see. It's doing it again, god dang it. And you are giving us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Alright, I'll take the silence as no. Very well, you may question the witness. I will never be satisfied until I get a clear answer. The side room was, kinda dark, you know? Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside there. Don't push your subjective opinions onto these courts. That's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? Oh, you are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. So oppressive. So, the costume is, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, her face. Continue. And I, persuaded my sister it wasn't, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Miss Mimi Miney, like at the time? Well, she was, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, she knew. She, said she did something really bad. And, she said she wanted to go with me to, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Yeah. I call BS, but there is so no evidence on that. And then, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? I guess so. I guess maybe, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know. Can I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? When do you mean? When? Well, when you... Well, I think the strange thing we talked about is already in the side room. The bunch of lie about about Mimi's spirit saying something to her. I wouldn't say arrived at the crime scene because it's already quite strange that there is a murder happening there. By process of elimination, I would say going to the crime scene. Although, when I think about it, there is a real good reason why I want to say that, and I want to see what she says. If what she says doesn't match with my thought process, then we're gonna have some words. Well, I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. He answered rather quickly. Now what? Well, could you clarify? Like, what did you see that was not strange? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, totally can't. That's not good enough, Miss Miney. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? She's refusing to answer the question, and I want to know. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this, of course, but still. Oh, very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. I don't get why, but okay. I, didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Oh, if I had a face cam, you could see me putting a finger to my forehead and pulling the trigger. Just shot herself in the head, this girl. You didn't see anyone on the way to, the channeling chamber. Well, I beg to differ because, ahem. There was someone at the time fixing the nice little urn. I think I either present her or the urn, but I think I present Pearl. I think. Yeah, I present Pearl. Okay. That's what I was thinking, is she didn't see anything strange. But there's a little girl fixing something on the path. How's that not strange? You say you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that's impossible, Miss Miney. What do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Miney, what do you have to say to that? As the court can see, she is a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it, Miss Von Karma. What sort of foolish? There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl. Because she was busy on an art project. This urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot. Now what in the world is that going to prove? You know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn. Ow! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right there in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Miney. Huh? Pearl was there in the winding way at that time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. No! Mr. Wright, You need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Oh, God, I smell so much bull coming from this direction. It is no way. Your lies end here. What are you? The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's impossible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Well, what is this contradiction? Oh no. Help me, Mia! Okay, no. Oh shoot. I actually did not think this through. Oops. She says she was sleeping in the side room. I wonder if she contradicted herself, because I really don't see any of the evidence working. I could ask Mia for help, but that's a cop-out. In her testimony just now, I feel like that's the best thing, because I don't think the evidence contradicts anything. It can't be that. So I think she just contradicted herself. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know— Oh! Ah. How did she know that? If she was asleep in the side room— I just realized that. If she was asleep in the side room this whole time, how did she know Miss Morgan was the only one there? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Like, what does that have, like, to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Huh. Which means, Miss Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. No! But look at the manor guide, Ma. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked the court this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, answer the question, please. Don't ask a question based off a baseless assumption, if you please, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now's the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? Yes, I'm convinced that Eenie Miney's the only one who could have murdered Dr. Gray. And if she is, where was she at the time of the murder? She was right here. Miss Miney was here, of course. Where's my mouse? There it is. But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order! Why, how? Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like where was I hiding? Behind the folding screen. There's no other place to hide in there. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Oh! Don't make me say this again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk! Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball! Now, Miss Miney. One so young as you shouldn't be saying, "Oh, shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. Oh, I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. I guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind a folding screen, with the help of this. Now, there's no well, okay, I wouldn't say this. Remember, there was a well, it says right there, there's a bullet hole 8 inches off the ground. And the folding screen had a hole 8 inches off the ground. That's enough to make the connection that this clothing box was there at the time. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah! That tiny little box? No person could fit in that! Sorry, but your theory has already been disproven. Lotta disproved it when she was hiding it from- well, Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right! I was sleeping there, so I should know! That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time! Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? I can. And now, I present a piece of evidence that will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. This. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid! As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... what on earth? Ow! I don't have time for you to sit here surprised, Your Honor. Now hurry up and say it already. Well, there's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole 8 inches off the ground. Now where have we heard about that before? The folding screen. It had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. No! Oh god, I can't do the screams. Order! So what you're... Then... Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself. And that, for the first time, is where I agree with you, Miss Von Karma. It's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. And now it's time to show my hand. Your accomplice was Morgan Fay. This person! If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fay! Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I actually tried to do a whole and then my voice just started doing the warbling. That was kind of bad. Oops. Anyway, I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in the medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside a clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Dr. Gray was not yet actually dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray, and then... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, but are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is? If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? That's, Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eenie Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? There is her motive. Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? That's... Well, I can't say she has no motive here. Oh, I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Well, the reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. Okay, there are a couple of things I can present. No, it's not that. It can't be that either. Do I present her sister? Because her sister died. Don't forget that. Died in a car accident 1 year ago, was Enid's older sister and a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's your motive. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Mr. Phoenix, right? That's great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Oh, don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Oh, senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? Oh, God, she's back to her airhead persona? However, you see... Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You fail to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she had no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. Oh, so many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Oh, what happened? I thought I had her for sure. See, it's just as I, told you Huh? I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude cross-examination of Miss Edie Miney. Your Honor, please, allow the defense 1 more minute. All right. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia, yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for the murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it's also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Well, I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Oh, too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Ah! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Aye! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec! Oh, okay, never mind then. Wow! Okay, we're just gonna tag this on. Well, I probably already cut it out, but, I did a whole hi, welcome back, and guess what? This is a 2-minute video that I'm just tagging on to the last. Oh my god. That was a bad place to end the last video. Well, now I know. Okay, what? That was so stupid. Well, I'll just add this 2 minutes to the next, to the last, to the original episode, and then we'll call it a day. That was so stupid. I'll see you all in the next episode, which honestly will be in a couple minutes, because I was all refreshed to continue, and look, we're done already. I'll be back, guys.